Hello guys, welcome back to Mr. Cloudbook channel. Today is the day 30 of the Kubernetes masterclass, and in this video I am going to explain about the taints and toleration, and mostly we will see the practical way, like where we need to use the taints and toleration, how we have to use it, what is the taints and toleration and everything. And in the next video we will see the demo. Here we will talk about the taints and tolerations. This is one of the biggest school, okay? Think like this is the school, and inside school there are so many rooms, okay? Imagine a school with many different classrooms. Each classroom is designed for these specific activities, and some have these special rules about who can enter and who not, okay? So here are some of the classrooms mostly I'm talking about. So this is the science lab, okay? So I'll just use science, and this is the art room, and next computer and the music room. So here I have the five rooms: science, art, computer rooms, music, and regular room. R means regular room. Okay. Science lab equipped with the chemicals and lab equipment, and art lab filled with the paints, brushes, and canvas. That is up to you. And computer lab filled with the computers and programmings and learning and everything. And music contains the instruments like pianos, guitar, like that. And finally, regular classroom for general subjects like maths, history, and language arts, and anyone can join in that particular room. Okay, this is how we have the different classrooms in your school. Okay, so understanding the taints and tolerations using this particular school example. Okay, the school and its classroom. So signs on the doors. Okay, this is one door. Think like that. On the each door. Okay, on each classroom door we have one particular sign. So some of these classrooms have signs on their doors. Okay, that says this is science, this is art, this is computer, this is science, and this is the regular classroom. Like that, we have different signs, right? Like the labels, and we can say science. So a science lab sign says only students with the science permission can enter. Okay, who are access to the chemical labs, are the chemicals or labs having the science agreement permission, they can access into that particular room. And who having the particular art permission, only that particular students can access into art room. And computer same as well, who have the access for the computers, I mean computer science students can go into that particular computer science room. And music and the regular class means anyone can enter. Okay, so here music, only students with music permissions can enter. Okay, each student or each classroom has their labels, I mean signs, and the students have the permissions to enter. Okay, these signs are like the taints in your computer system. Okay, taints means there is a sign. Okay, this name is a signs, right? Here, this is one taint. Okay, so this sign is one taint. This is another one, and each classroom has one taint applied here. That is sign. So it's saying this is maths classroom. This is a arts classroom. This is a computer classroom, and this is the regular classroom. Like that. Okay. This sign is called the taints, okay? That they tell students that unless they have specific permission, okay? So each student has the permission, right? Not every student have the permission. Only science lab access students have the permission. So that is called the toleration, okay? This is one simple kind of a badge provided for the each student. So that is called the permission. So this permission is called as the toleration. So this doesn't need actually regular classrooms, anyone can access. Okay, so we have to talk about these floor classrooms only mainly. So this particular sign says this is taint, and this particular permission says this is toleration. Okay, you have access, so you can go into this particular room. So arts, so there is a taint is applied. So there is a student having with permission arts classroom, so he can go into that particular arts classroom. This is how it works. Unless they don't have the permission, special permission, they should not enter into that particular room. Okay. So the student doesn't have access to art classroom, right? So he not able to enter into that particular classroom. So that is the one way, because he doesn't have the access to this particular room. Here, this is okay. This is a taint. Okay, remember that the signs or computer. I am using different colors for the specific taint pins. So there's something taint is applied on this each classroom. Okay, These are all taints, and the regular class doesn't have any taints because anyone can access. Even the art student can come, computer student can come because they have same subjects like Telugu, English, right? That's why I'm not adding any taint here. So, but other classrooms have taints, okay? So the permission slips here, okay? So here, science students only access to science room. So I am providing one toleration. Permission is here toleration. Means I have the access to this particular rooms. This is the permission means this is the toleration. Okay. So red one is the taint, green one is the toleration. Okay. So I have into access into this particular specific room. Okay. That is called the toleration here. Okay. So each one has one permission slip here. Okay, science students have some permission slip for science classroom, arts students have a permission slip, computer students have permission slip, and music room has the permission slip for each student. I mean, each student, whoever, okay, student who are supposed to be in those special classrooms have a permission slip. Okay, that allow them to enter. Okay, so here what happened? There is a one student is there outside. So what happened? This student doesn't have permissions to enter to these lines. Okay, this doesn't have the toleration. Okay, so whatever the slip is there, so he doesn't have it. So he is not able to enter into this one. Okay, so this is not possible for him. So what he tried again, he tried to enter the arts classroom. So again, he doesn't have any toleration slip. Okay, like the permission slip. So this is also not working. And he tried to enter the computer classroom. Again, he does not have any lip, so this is also not possible. So finally, he's tried to enter the music. So here also he doesn't have access. So and then what he did, he entered the normal room, this room. So he entered, able to log in because we have doesn't provide any taint or toleration here. So if he have the permission slip only, he can able to go inside this particular school, right? Or into the classroom. If he doesn't have access, so he is not able to go inside that particular classroom. Okay, that is how taints and toleration works. If there is a taint means okay, only this public, okay, who is having the ID card can go into that particular school. If doesn't have ID card, security guard will say just get out. Okay, like that. So here ID card is a one kind of toleration, security guard is a taint. Okay, school name is the taint. So school name is the taint. So who is having ID with that particular school name? Okay, this guy is our school. So okay, he having the toleration means so he can go into that school. If someone having not having any particular ID, if he tries to enter, so he is not able to enter because the security guard will stop. Okay, you don't have access or you don't have a permissions to go inside. Okay, just go outside of the room. Okay, that is how it will work. So okay, 1 minute, let me clear the screen. So let's see other case. We talked about the student doesn't having any toleration here. Okay, let's see how this system works with some examples. Okay, Sarah, see, think like this girl is a Sarah and she having the science student. Okay, she is a science student and has the permission slip for the science student and the science classroom. So what Sarah will do, Sarah will directly go into this particular room without any issue because there is a taint applied and Sarah has this slip. Okay, Sarah has this particular slip, so she can enter into this particular room. Okay, so what she did, she entered the room without any issue. Sarah sees the sign. Okay, only science students can go into that room. So okay, he showed that permission. Okay, she shows the permission slip and she allowed into the classroom. Okay, next there is a some other student is there. Okay, some kind of Alex or someone is there. Here there is another student there. Okay, he is Alex. Okay, so each student I will explain here simply. So he has access to this particular room. Okay, this art room. So he saw the signboard. Okay, he saw this point. Okay, this is art classroom. So I have the permission slip. This one. So this guy can enter into this one room. So Alex can enter into this room. Okay, only access with that particular slip. Okay, that particular toleration can enter into this slip. And there is another student here. So I'm trying to explain in a simple way. So this one is Emma. Emma is having the access to this slip. Okay, computer slip. So she can see this particular computer taints and she can go inside this particular computer classroom without any issue. So here we have the another student, fourth student. He is a Michael. He is having access to this particular music class. So he has the slip toleration is there. Okay. So each student have their own taints is applied on the classroom. They have the slips. Okay. They have the toleration, so they can enter. Okay. Here Sarah is able to enter into the science classroom. Here Alex, Emma, Michael. So anyone can enter their own classrooms, own specific classrooms. Okay. If he tries to enter, okay. If he tries to enter the Alex try to enter the computer classroom, it's not possible because this particular taint is applied. He should need this particular toleration, but this doesn't have the access, right? So Alex doesn't have access to that particular classroom, so he is not able to enter into that particular computer classroom. Okay, so regular classroom here we have. So regular classroom, so Sarah can enter this regular classroom without any issue because there is no taint applied. So here Alex can enter. Okay, Emma can enter, Michael can enter because there is no toleration applied here. Okay, there is no taint. This is a regular classroom, so anyone can enter here. Okay, without any issue, anyone can enter. These five students are four students, so anyone can enter without any issue, without any toleration because we not applied any taint here. Okay, there is no taint here. So remember that if there is a taint is there, so that particular, so whatever the student should have definitely have the toleration. So if does not have that toleration means the pod should not go or the student should not go into this particular room. So he either needs to go and join into this particular regular classroom. So why this system is important? For safety purpose, we use the taints and tolerations. Okay. Science lab contains chemicals and equipment that could be dangerous. Only trained students, okay, only trained students with the permission should enter. Okay, so here I have this Sarah, right? Sarah knows how to do the chemicals. Okay. She knows, she well trained how to use the chemicals and everything. So to what to mix and what not to mix and everything. That way, only she has access to enter into this particular classroom without any issues. So it contains the chemicals in the classroom. So only I can enter. Here there is a name Alex is there. So Alex has a excellent art. He will able to paint, okay, extraordinarily without any issue. So he can enter into this particular room. Okay, if anyone others enter the room without knowledge or having any kind of a prayer knowledge of painting, they will ruin complete paintings. That's why only Alex can enter. Here there is a Emma. So Emma have access fully trained knowledge. Okay, she having the highest level of programmatic language, so she can enter. So here, same like music, Michael can play the guitar very well. So that's why we provided the tolerations. Okay. So he should definitely go inside this particular music classroom only. That's why I'm giving this particular access. Tolerations. Okay. For the safety purpose, we are using this. So ensures that the classrooms are used by the students who are supposed to be there. Okay. So helps the teachers to know where their students are. So even if some teacher came, okay. So if she asks for the someone came from outside, some parent came outside and in the principal room, they asked, okay, I want the Sarah. Sarah parents came. Okay. So I want to talk with Sarah. So the principal here can says that, okay, Sarah is in the science classroom. You can directly go or we will send one warden guy to bring her to the principal room. Okay, that is how it will work. Okay, helps the teachers to know where their students are. Resource management. Okay, so art room and music room have a limited supplies. Okay, not everyone can use the paintings and everything, and the music room doesn't have the that much of. We can provide everyone guitars, right? So that's why we have the resource management is there. That's why we will talk about the resource management as well in the taints and tolerations because permission slips prevent overcrowding. Okay, so ensuring the resources are available for the those who need them. Okay, Michael is completely plays the guitar, so we have to provide access to him. Okay, resource management should be also be handled through the taints and tolerations. Okay, so connecting this to the computers in a computer system, let's talk about in the, so till now we talked about the classrooms and the teachers and students are the classrooms. We talked about the taints and tolerations. Here, taint is student classroom sign. Okay, this is science classroom, that is taint. And we having the entry ID code for the student, that is toleration. So we are providing the ID code to that particular student. Having the toleration means, so he is able to go into that particular classroom. Okay, if he doesn't have it, he is not able to go into that particular classroom. Okay, that is the toleration here. Okay, in Kubernetes way, we can say nodes are like the classrooms. Okay, so each node we can call it as one classroom here where works gets done. Okay, so we have the highest SSD CPU. Okay, this is SSD, this is HDD, this is database, and this is some kind of requirement. Each worker node having the different faster network like that. Okay, so each node has the different. That is the Kubernetes. Till now we think about this is a one of the school, right? So now think like this as the one of the Kubernetes cluster, and each cluster I have 5 worker nodes here. Okay, each worker node I have one specification. Okay, this is for science for SSD, arts for the HDD, and computer for the high performance, and music for the faster network resources. Okay, pods are like the students unit of work that needs to be done. Okay, so if a pod needs the highest CPU usage, okay, highest SSD, I have one pod is there here. Okay, I have highest SSD, this required, this pod required highest SSD. So what I will do is I will add a one toleration. So this can go into my first node which is having highest SSD. Science is highest SSD. So the pod can able to enter into this particular node because I am providing one toleration to this pod. Okay. So I am providing one toleration into that particular pod. So the pod can go into this particular node without any issues. Okay. Same likes every worker node works. Okay. So this is having the highest worker node. Okay, this is highest CPU, highest memory. There is a different kinds of things there. So highest performance. So if I want, if my application need the high performance, what I will do is I will add a one toleration to this particular worker node. Okay, so having this particular computer, this is the taint applied. Computer is the taint applied on my worker node for the highest performance. I will add the same toleration into this my particular pod as well. So if I add a toleration to my pod, so that particular pod will be go into this particular computer worker node. Okay. This is without any issue. Either it can go into this one or into this one as well. Okay. Not only that, because here there is a toleration is available, but here there is no toleration, right? Even if I provide a highest, okay, even if I provide this particular node with the computer tolerance, he can able to go inside this particular regular worker node also, right? So at that time, what we do is we will use the node affinity and node selector as well in the taints and toleration. Okay. So here in the worker node, taints means like the signs in the classroom doors. Okay, like signs, arts in the classroom. So we will provide a certain node having one certain taint. I mean, like this is highest CPU usage, like SSD. This is HDD. This is database, like that. Okay. So toleration like permission slips allow pods to run on nodes with the matching taints. Okay, we have to add the toleration on the each pod. Okay, detailed breakdown here. Taints means signs on the classrooms. Signs means labels. Okay, so here we have the signs. So we have to provide the taint. Taint means signs on your class boards. Okay, restriction placed on the nodes. Okay, to prevent pods from the running there unless they have a specific permission. Here taint is applied, right? So I have one pod is there. Okay, so what I'm doing, adding one taint on my worker node here. Okay, this is the taint added on my first worker node. Okay, so all the pods, if there is no taint on this, means every pod will be placed on this particular worker node. So, so which is having highest SSD. So SSD means like faster performance. So what happens whenever there is a requirement for my SSD? every pod is there, right? So it's not able to running the pod properly. So then what I did, I added one taint here. This is one taint I added. Okay, this is the one of the taint I added my on worker node. So whatever the taint I added, I am adding the toleration, okay, to my pod. Okay, so only that particular pod can able to place on this particular taint adding the toleration. So he have the toleration to my particular this taint. So he can only join. Okay. Other than that, no other pods will be placed. Okay. Those remaining pods will be placed on the different nodes. Okay. This is how an taints and toleration will work. Okay. How they work together. Without a toleration, I mean, like if you don't provide the toleration to your pod, a pod cannot be scheduled on the node with a taint side. Okay. So I have one pod is there. Okay. I have not added any toleration to this one. So it's try to add into this particular worker node, not possible because there is a taint applied. It will try again to add into this particular node. It is also not possible because there is a each worker node is one particular taint applied. So either we have to provide a pod toleration or it will be directly go and join into this final regular worker node. Okay, that is how it will works. Okay, without a toleration. So if you provide a toleration, okay, so I have provided the toleration for my computer class. So what it will do, first it will check, okay, this is a science toleration, so I don't have, and this is the arts toleration, I don't have, but I have the toleration for this computer classroom. So this pod will be placed on the this particular computer. Okay, here this pod will be placed here because we added the toleration here for the pod. Okay, because there is a taint already applied on each classroom or each worker node. So we have to provide the toleration on your worker side, I mean pod side. Okay, anyone you can call it as Ajay. I want to try to enter the computer classroom. Okay, without permission. So what happens? I don't have the permission, right? So they will kick out of me. Okay, you don't have access into this particular room. So you are not able to enter. Either I need to bring my permission. I mean, like I want the toleration. Okay. So if not, I have to go on like sit on the regular classroom. Okay, that is how it will works. Okay. Here key point to remember access control. Okay. Taints control which pods can be used, which nodes. Okay. We have to see key points to remember in the taints and toleration. Access control. Taints control which pods can use which nodes. Okay. Tolerations grant pods the right to use a specific node. Okay. Here taints control which pods to use them node. Okay. Here toleration is a permission grants for your pods to right to use the specific node. Okay. Safety and efficiency ensures that nodes are used safely and efficiently by appropriate pod. Okay. With that case, we have to use the taints and toleration and flexibility. Okay. Students can have a multiple permission slips. Pods can have a multiple tolerations also. Okay. So I have a pod here. Okay. So I can give the tolerations to this is a computer toleration and this is the music toleration. Okay. Student can go into the two as well. Okay. Here he can either join the computer classroom or the music classroom. That is up to his. Okay. Because I am providing the flexibility to him in the taints and toleration. In the context of the Kubernetes, nodes are servers where tasks run. Pods are the applications that need to run. Okay. Taints are the markers or nodes to prevent a certain pods to from running there. Okay. So taints are stopping the certain pods not to be run on those particular nodes. So in that case, whenever you add a taint, you have to add the toleration on your pods. Okay. So to which pod should go on the that particular node. So you have to understand the concept. If you are adding the taint on your worker node means you have to add the toleration in your pods specification as well. So that is how it will work. Okay. So taints and tolerations are tools used to control where things can run on a computer system. So in our school example, science on the classroom doors, right? Science, arts, computer, music, like that. We have the different science provided on the classrooms, right? So these are all called the taints and permission slips are called the tolerations. Okay, they help ensure that everything runs smoothly by matching the right pods with the right nodes. Okay, this is the one of the important concept, because with the help of this one we can use the nodes efficiently. So understanding throughout the classroom example, I hope you understand about the taints and tolerations. Okay, now you can add this knowledge into your Kubernetes. Okay, so let's go little bit down. So here we have the different node. Okay, this is node 01. So I have three nodes, okay, in the Kubernetes way. So this is a general purpose. Okay, I will write simple way. G means general purpose, and this is a database purpose worker node, and this is for the GPU purpose. Here there is no taint applied. So into means no taint applied. Okay, here one taint is applied, that is db equals to key equals to db. Here also taints applied. So what happens? A web application is added. Okay, I want to run one simple pod. What happened here? I didn't added any toleration. Okay, so here there is no taint, right? So what happens? This pod will directly go and place it on this particular general purpose worker node. That is how it will goes. Okay, database pod. So if I want to apply a pod on the database, okay, this is the database required for this particular pod. So what I will do, I will add a one toleration. Okay, because I have taint applied. So for this taint I have to add a toleration on this particular pod. So then only it will placed on this one. So not only this one, say this can be placed on this one as well, because there is no taints right here. So it can place on this one as well. So GPU, so the same thing happens here. So I have to add the toleration. Okay, so then only this particular pod will be placed on the GPU worker. Okay, this is how it will works. Okay, so how scheduling works? So node 1 accept any pod without taints or with the tolerations. Okay, here node 2 we have the second node, database node, repels all pods except those with the toleration db equals to true. If database is equals to true, then the second, okay, this is the second. Okay, this is first. So that second one can easily use only for db. This is how it will works. And third pod repels all pods. I mean, like it will cancel all pods. I mean, if you try to add a one pod, it will cancel it if it doesn't have a toleration, like the toleration GPU toleration. Okay, so web application pod, because there is no toleration on the first worker node, so can be scheduled, okay, on a node 1 and cannot be scheduled on. So here I have one pod, okay, simple web application. There is no tolerations applied. Either it can be applied on one because there is no tolerations, and cannot be scheduled on node 02 and node 03. Okay, here there is another pod is there, that is database, and I added toleration. Okay. And here I have another pod, that is I have added the GPU, third GPU toleration. So he has a toleration for the database. So can this this thing can only be placed on either number 2, okay, cannot be scheduled on number 3. So DV pod is not be scheduled on number 3, okay, but it can be scheduled on number 1 as well. So this one can scheduled on number 1 because there is no toleration. Here same as well, GPU can scheduled on 1 and 3, okay, but it cannot be scheduled on number 2. This is how it will work, because number 1 doesn't have toleration, number 3 have the toleration. GPU have the toleration, right? So that's why it can able to join here, or either it can be joined this one as well, because there is no toleration or taint applied on the number 1. Okay, this is how it will works, taints and toleration. I hope you understand about the taints and tolerations in a simple form. Thanks for watching the video and keep on supporting to Mr. Cloudbook channel.